Welcome.
Attention, please.
Welcome aboard.
Welcome to the No Comfort Zone podcast. It's time to get out of your comfort zone and live on purpose. Broadcasting to the world from Rockford, Illinois. This is your wake-up call.
Warning.
You are the solutions to all your problems. Stop thinking average. Become the hero version of yourself. Every day, every time, without fail, no exceptions. It all matters. You've entered the No Comfort Zone. It's time for a reality check.
It is absolutely and definitely time for a reality check. That is so true in my intro. So what's happening right now? I hope good things are happening to you. Things are in disarray. They're crazy everywhere. But let's talk about a little bit of hope, a little bit of motivation, maybe some inspiration, and let's see where this message today takes me with you. So wherever this podcast finds you, hope you're doing well. Remember, this is the time where we need to come together. And with everything happening with California stuff going on right now, today is March 20th, 2020. And it's been on social media a lot last night, been on the news last night. And what I'm trying to do is calibrate how bad this can be. But the fact is I don't know. I don't know how bad it's going to be. It's pretty rough right now. But Dan, this is a motivational and success podcast. And I want to go back to a couple things. So my wife, in case you didn't know, my wife, her name's Angela, and she's been in the hair business for roughly 30 years, maybe 33 years now. I'm not sure. She started right out of high school or in high school, and then she got her license, and she's made a career of being a hairdresser. And the best part about what my wife does for a living is she loves it. She loves it more than anything. She loves her customers. I'll just say this. I ask her to charge a lot more. She does very well at what she does. Salons are in Chicago that charge substantially more than they do out here in beautiful Rockford, Illinois. But her prices, she can command a higher price because she is extremely good. Not by her own admission, but by her customers' admission. She's super fast. She's very passionate. She's very artsy when it comes to hair, but she's not eccentric with it. And she couldn't even tell you how she does some of the things she does. She couldn't teach it because she just goes with the art side of it, not necessarily the mechanical side of it. But this is not a hairdressing podcast. What it is, though, is somebody who's got a lot of passion for what they do. And I asked her, if you won the lottery, what would you do? And she said, I would cut hair for free. You wouldn't charge anybody? Absolutely not. I love cutting hair. She absolutely loves it more than anything. And with everything that's happening right now and the social distancing and the illnesses that are coming up, and in Rockford and Crystal Lake, there's some more cases coming up. And she had to come to the realization after watching the news last night that the mayor of Rockford basically said, if you're in the hairdressing business, and you're going to be, in a type of business like that, you really should, responsibly close your doors for the healthcare to protect to protect people. And with tears in her eyes, she did. And she was weeping this morning because, one, she loves what she does, and she's going to miss her customers for the time being, however long it might be. And then she asked me a question. She goes, do you think we're going to be okay? And I'm like, yeah, we'll always be okay. But there's always a condition with me, as long as we stay together. For better and worse, all that other good stuff. We love each other dearly, and I have that gift. That's something that we have in our family that I'm very happy and proud about. But I want to tell you this too. I talk about the no comfort zone, and I live the lifestyle of the no comfort zone. And the reason I do that is because there was a time when I did make money and I did have responsibilities. I'll just tell it to you. I had an ex-wife who I was giving spousal support to, funding her new relationship with her new husband, and their house and their cars. And my kids weren't getting much from that part of the relationship, from that part of the money. They just weren't getting, they would tell me they weren't getting what they needed, and they were wearing hand-me-downs and stuff. And I would say I made fair money. Now, then I didn't make fair money anymore. And then what I ended up doing is I fell behind. So I was considered a deadbeat dad, even though I was paying everything that I had. And that's a true story. So when I talk about adversity, all the money that I'm making is going to fund my ex-wife's lifestyle and what she was going through. I'm sure some of it went through the kids, but the majority of it, from their own admission, didn't. And I saw what they were doing on social media. No, I wasn't creeping, but the fact is they were doing that. So that brought me to the situation where I remember I was eating I think I've just talked about this recently, but I went back to that again. I was like, I had time in my life where I would have a burrito in the morning and I would have a burrito at night. And I think the way it worked was $10 for 10 burritos. And I think maybe I was even eating a burrito a day and trying to find things like that would cost me $1 to eat. And I hated it. But I realized that by my decisions in my life, I caused this adversity. So I had to deal with it. Now, with what's going on today, you can't say that any of this is your fault or whatever, but you are in adversity. Very uncomfortable, uncertain times. So what do you need to do? This is where you get out of your comfort zone. Safety and security, of course, they're going to come top of mind right now. That's how we're designed as humans. You're going to have to look at how you can help other people. Sometimes that might be just not doing what you normally do and going in the circles that you normally go. It might be a time to calm down and figure out what you can do as to be part of the solution. And social distancing, as my wife is doing, is a way for her to be part of the solution. She's really upset about it. And it's really hard times. But I want you to know that when I was driving into work today, I saw something amazing. And yeah, I am going to work today. I don't know what's going to happen next, but I am going to work. And what I saw that was actually quite amazing was I saw that so I live 1.3 miles away from my house to where my neighborhood ends and the new street starts, to the main road starts. There was 3 drivers, 1 person on a bike, and 1 person running. All 5 people waved at me when I went into work today. It was just weird because nobody does that in my town. I don't know the people that well, but for them to just kind of give me the nod or the wave was really interesting. And I think we're going to see a lot more of that. And we need to see more we need to see more of that. Be the sun, like I've talked about before, be the sun, not the salt. It's time for you to step up and be positive and have an optimistic look at this whole thing, but also realize that we are all in this together. So what I want to tell you is this, is that, I'm going to keep doing the podcast. I disconnected for a minute or two. I've got a lot of responsibilities and a lot of questions to answer for a lot of people, of which I don't have the answers. But I do know this. I know that I care about people, and it's uncertain times. And sometimes just being there is all people need. Smile on your face and a calm, cool, collected demeanor. And just, yeah, things are bad right now, but they're going to be okay. And you don't have to go hoarding. I don't believe you have to go hoarding. And people need help, and it's time for us to reach out and think of some people in your life who you need to reconnect with to say, how's it going? How are you? What do you need? That's really important that we do that now. To all my friends out there, I hope you're doing well. To my new podcast listeners, thank you so much for coming on board. It's been really exciting since July when we started this, and I really do hope and appreciate that we continue to grow together, okay? So hit me up, Dan at the No Comfort Zone. Let me know how you're doing, or you can see me on social media. It's at No Comfort Zone 1. Or just go to the Blueprint, download it, and I'll have a new video up as far as how to handle the Blueprint and deal with adversity, if that's what you're into right now. If you have a lot of adversity, this will help you to get out of that adversity, and maybe even in this downtime, start going towards your goal or putting an intention on the place you want to be, where you want to be when maybe all this is over. Because times like these will make people better or worse. It's time to make you great, okay? So get out of your comfort zone, and yeah, today's the day we live on purpose.
Say goodbye.
Want more of the No Comfort Zone? You can follow Dan on Instagram and Twitter at No Comfort Zone 1.
Bye.
Or on the web at thenocomfortzone.com.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Thanks for listening to the No Comfort Zone podcast.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.